Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we are back in Company of Heroes, and I thought this might be an apt opportunity to try out the webcam. I've made a little border for it and stuff, but you know, we'll see how it is going forward. But today in Company of Heroes we're going to be playing Tiger Ace, which is the third mission of the Case Blue Theatre of War campaign. We're going to play it on conscript, just because, well, I'm focusing on other stuff right now, such as the webcam, such as other things, so I have to basically keep my own face in check, which can be kind of hard to do. I hope also this will make you realize why I haven't used a webcam in the past. I generally don't make a lot of facial expressions when talking, so therefore, you know, it doesn't really seem to me as something that is interesting, but maybe to some of you it is. So we have to control a single Tiger tank and eliminate the enemy positions. As you level up in veterancy, you will unlock additional abilities, so that's nice. You have limited resources, spend them wisely, and you will gain additional resources by completing objectives. So do we actually have anything apart from the Tiger tank? I hope so. If not, we may have a few issues. Now, this is a trial run, as I said before, on the webcam, so therefore if I have to change size or move it, then that will be done in other videos, so just understand that. We probably will have to, but we do have a nice little cinematic here. So this is our Tiger tank friend. So we just control him normally. We have flares available. So we can actually move the camera off of it, which is nice. So we basically have to clear the enemy positions, and then the infantry will come in and sort it out. So here, we're kind of worried about this. But it shouldn't actually be able to pen us, so therefore I'm not too worried about it. It would be nice to get the MG42 on top, so that'll be something we focus on. The machine gunner is focusing on these guys here. Let's try and get both coaxial and also hull mounted on it. These guys have the, I can't remember what ability it is, but basically the move fast ability, I think is what it's called, but they're doing absolutely no damage to me. Moving forward. We should get this scout vehicle out of the way so it can just mean that the enemy can't come at us in any real sense. At the same time, actually these guys are pushing forward, so once again we will just shoot the AT gun with the 88. High explosive should take it out pretty quickly, and also at the same time there are men around it, so attacking them is something we can do quite well. So there we go, we've actually destroyed the anti-tank gun, so therefore we don't have to worry about it anymore. People can't man it or anything like that. Moving forward, it looks like we just have some standard conscripts, which shouldn't be too hard to deal with. I mean, I don't think they're equipped with AT grenades or anything. Oh, we do have some Germans in the house to help us out. There is only 2 guys left, and they are on pretty low health, but it seems like they're focusing on the tank instead of the infantry coming in. They may actually have been better off focusing on the infantry themselves. We did actually get some munitions, so let's get ourselves a MG on the top of this, making it a hell of a lot better. It looks like we're going to push over to this side. The flare, we can just chuck it there for now, because that's basically where we're going. And let's have a look. It is kind of annoying there isn't an animation for that, but I suppose it would be kind of hard to do. I mean, it would basically be the commander in the top popping out, firing a flare out of his pistol. So we've taken one zone. Moving on to the next one, we can easily take these guys out before they can shoot back, because we have the flare as vision. It looks like there are some PTRSs around, so we should focus on the PTRSs first. Well, it looks like they are doing a little bit of damage, so taking them out is definitely a priority here because of that reason. Pinning down these guys, I mean, it doesn't really do anything for us, so therefore focusing on the guards rifles who have the anti-tank capabilities is the main thing we should be focusing on. Looks like we're having no issues taking them out, and they are doing a little bit of damage, but I'm guessing with veterancy we'll get a lot of that back. We've already killed 15 infantry and 2 vehicles, that includes the scout car, and also the anti-tank gun that we ran into last time. It would be nice for the machine gunner to actually focus on the threats instead of all the other infantry, and hopefully we get some German infantry in to help us out. So they are retreating, which is very much a surprise. So let's throw in another flare, just to make sure we see the whole position. Probably should kill the KV-2. It doesn't have an engine, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't have a gun. So, are we really bouncing? Do I have to go around the side? Take one more shot. It looks like we're bouncing, so we'll go around. Maybe we hit it on the way. Ooh. Sneaky breaky. Alright, there we go. Okay. Can we not take this out? Okay, we've destroyed the engine. It was already destroyed, but there we go. So we've taken this position. We'll just wait for the infantry, and then we'll move on the southwest position. Basically taking this area out instead of pushing forward to secure our flanks. You never know, you may get flanked. There's probably going to be a counter-attack at some point. That's generally how this stuff works, so we'll focus on that. Flare is out, so now we can push forward. Ooh, hello. And then they also have another anti-tank gun, which isn't really going to do a lot. Looks like we don't care about the vegetation. Good night, and goodbye to that. Holy crap. And this guy is in a position where the terrain is actually in his way. So, we should actually move forward a little bit. I'm not too worried about the gun, but what we should do is, the reason to move forward is so we can get the other machine guns rolling. Could you please just stop and shoot? Okay. So you're going to miss that, that's fine. We do have smoke if we need it. I don't think we do. Probably turn though. There we go. Make sure we take these guys out. We are exposing our side, but that's okay. It looks like these guys only have rifles for now. And if we can take this guy out, then that leaves only one group which we have to deal with. We have actually taken a little bit more damage, probably from special abilities and stuff like that. Oh, there are another group of conscripts as well. The smoke is kind of useless right now. What we need is that auto repair. That would help us a hell of a lot. Stop firing and repair vehicle. We need veterancy 2. Oh dear. Well, that's them taken out. Yeah, the infantry are moving in, even though there's still guys left. Looks like we're getting 2 groups, so that's nice. We're not down to half health yet, but we are getting there, which is bad for us. That's an IL-2. So if that bombs us, we may have a few issues moving forward. We're going to take the central point, and hopefully we get veterancy 2. Otherwise, we may have a few issues trying to keep this tiger alive. But we are capturing this position. Maybe we get some support. I don't think we will, though. Oh, dear. Turn now. Good hit. We didn't bounce it. That's annoying. There's another... This might actually give us the veterancy we require. He's going around the side, so that's good work on his part. Unfortunately, he is dead though. The best, we're good enough. So it looks like they are counter-attacking, and they're counter-attacking with tanks. Probably the best idea, since they are facing a Tiger tank in its way. But here we go. Let's just take this out now. Come on. There we go. So we're not at veterancy 2 yet, but we're pretty close, which is good. We'll get on this point and just, we'll throw another flare out. We could use smoke if required, but I feel like at this moment in time we don't really need to. This looks like perfect ambush territory. And there are tank traps here. Ah, hello. And that is why it is perfect ambush territory. And going around the sides is probably a better idea, but if we take out the gun itself, then they're going to have to move it. Also, we have some anti-tank rifles. No, turn. Let's try and keep that alive. And they do have another gun, but it's another very small one, so I'm not too bothered about that. What I'm more bothered about right now is the anti-tank capabilities of this squad, but they are getting pinned down. Right, we should move back. and probably focus down this road. Try and run ourselves into that anti-tank gun. It is, I believe, it's either a 37 or a 45, so it's not going to do that much to our tank, and also at the same time we'll be able to fix our tank pretty soon. Or I don't know how much we can actually fix it, but we're going to do something to it. Right, so there's a bunch of guys here, including some guard riflemen. We should focus on them first. That was a hell of a bad shot. But the reason we focus on the guard riflemen is because they have the anti-tank rifles, so therefore taking them out would mean that we can, you know, pretty much just keep ourselves ticking, keep ourselves alive. Must not be in combat. Well, yep, that kind of makes sense, since the crew has to stop and repair the vehicle. I wonder how much of a repair it actually gives the vehicle, but I'm sure we'll find out. These guys are pinned and they're dead, so we're just going to move back. Hopefully this area doesn't reinforce, but we do... Well, is there anybody on the central point? I mean, there's like 2 guys, that's not good enough. But it is better than 0, I suppose. Let's just push in, and then we will hit the repair button once we are turned, and I don't know how long it's going to take. It seems to go pretty quickly, so that's nice. There is a anti-tank gun around here somewhere. We also know there's one here. We didn't destroy it, we did damage to it, but we didn't take it out. So that is something we will have to focus on. That's why I want to go over here to find out where that gun is. Firing a flare means that we can see the area. Okay, so there is another gun over there. Looks like they set a perfect trap for us. And that means that I'm trying to get into a position where we can shoot this, but it can't shoot us. So pretty much like here. Oh, looks like they've turned. That's great for us. That means we can get some good hits in before they fire back. We did get a few in. Ooh, that was close. But we are hitting the rubble in front, but that's completely fine. They seem incredibly confused, so they don't know where to go. So that gives us an ample opportunity to take out the guys in front. We are slightly angled, so hopefully that helps our case a little bit, but there we go. Taking them out. The flare actually worked perfectly. And we can't take this last guy out, but I hope we can with time. It looks like these guys are in the way. We do have another guard's rifleman. With another gun. Oh, it's the same gun as before, since this has been given a crew of only 2, not a full crew. It looks like we can bounce as much as we want. What is the last one? Blitzkrieg tactics. So pretty much you move quicker. Why are we not killing this? Alright, there we go. Kill the retreating man. It looks like we took out the majority of people in this area, so going for a cheeky repair isn't a terrible idea. Grenadiers are coming in to secure it. It looks like we have 2 squads of grenadiers. I don't think that's going to be enough for the central position that we are going to have to hold. The question is, do we go right, do we go middle, or do we go left? I think left is probably the way to go. Just because it is slightly closer than on the right, and generally going after the central position first is a really, really bad idea, because it means that you can get flanked. Now, it looks like, yep, there are mines here, so we do have to watch out for the mines. Sticking to the roads is probably the best idea, and at the same time, we'll just throw out a flare as far as we can, and push forward. So it looks like they have a T-34, and a mortar, and as you can see, a bunch of mines around this sector, so we're not going to go that way. We're going to follow the road to make sure we miss them. Good hits there, taking out 2 guys straight away. It looks like they're trying to push up to get some kind of explosive off, but that ain't going to work. They're going to get ram-roaded. The T-34 is not seen in the position. I know these mortars can do damage to me, which is annoying as hell. So pushing up might be an idea. There we go. Let's just throw some smoke out. The smoke is not helping. Oh, there's the T-34. Hello. How are you doing? Did you miss? What the hell happened there? We have put smoke everywhere, though. He's not missing, we're just not doing as much damage as I thought we would. But we are slowly taking it out. We still have half health. These guys are both suppressed, so they won't fire. The machine gunner is actually doing a really good job, the top machine gunner taking out or hurting these two guys. We do have the thing from behind, the anti-tank rifle, so we do need to turn as quick as possible, but the T-34 is definitely the first thing we should focus on. So, something else just hit us as well. I don't know where from, so we're going to throw that out. Like, there is definitely something that hit us there. And now the 88 has turned, that means that doing damage to these guys shouldn't be too hard. It would be nice if the machine gunner kept firing. It seems like he keeps taking breaks instead of just keeping going and pinning the enemy down so they don't fire as much. But come on, just hit the damn targets. We're losing too much health there. We are on 325 munitions, so at least there's that. So these guys are still pinned. Once we get these guys down to 1. Why did you pop smoke? Alright, let's move back then. I don't know what was going on there, but it seemed very odd. So we're going to push back and get out of range of those mortars and try and repair before we go back in. We have plenty of munition points to be able to do that. We basically have 3 repairs on our hands. But there we go. Let's keep that thing repaired. So we have 2 mortar crews, which are pretty much dead on their heels. They can still fire though, because there's 2 men each. We have some guards rifle, and also another group of people who are right here. So nice to see you. Not really. So they're taken out. Now we need to throw another flare in the area so we can see what's going on. We only need 3 more positions. Let's see. These guys are actually pushing in for the point. I'm not sure that's the best idea. Oh dear. We should probably help these guys out. They've taken a gun. I'm not sure that's a great idea. Yeah. Alright, so these guys are running away. Okay. We have more armor moving in, so we're going to have to help out. First of all, we do need to repair, though. I want to face enemy armor with as much health as I can, because if it's a bunch of KVs, or if it's a bunch of 76mm, then we are going to have issues if we're only on half health. But if there's more armor moving in, that generally means T-34s, and as we've seen from these T-34s, if they are close enough, they will do quite a bit of damage to me. So we do have to watch our spacing when it comes to that. So now we throw that there. See what's going on in the center of the map. Ah, hello. So KV shouldn't really be able to pen us from the front, but I'm sure in this mission I'll be able to. The other one is over there. They've taken... Okay, so there's a T-34 as well. T-34 is probably the most dangerous thing, but because this KV is on lower health, I think it's right just to take it out. These grenadiers are going to die to the T-34 if we're not careful. Oh, come on. Right, what has been revealed over here? Just a scout car, so nothing crazy. Right, that's that taken out. Let's go kill this T-34 so it doesn't kill all of our grenadiers. If we get shot in the arse a few times, that's completely fine. We are able to repair. We still have 3 repairs available to us after killing all of these machines. So taking out the T-34 shouldn't be too hard to do. And we just need to turn so we stop getting shot in the booty from this KV. And we can actually pen its side, which we're shooting at now. He should struggle to pen our front, but that doesn't mean he can't. If he hits the flat part, I believe he does. I wonder what the percentages are on stuff like that. But as you can see, we're going through the KV with basically a shot like right here, and taking it out. So there we go. So let's just repair quickly, and then we'll get a flare off to here, and then we'll move forward. I wonder if we can flare and repair. Yeah, we can flare and repair, okay. There seems to be some kind of gate here. That always worries me, because generally that means that it's some kind of ambush. But we're going to have a look anyway. We can always pop smoke if anything is wrong. Destroy transports, okay. I don't know why. Oh, for additional munitions? I mean, I don't really need that, but sure. I suppose it's nice to have. Let's see what's through here. I don't know where the other transports are, so I'm just kind of firing in the dark. We are a Veteran C3 though, and Veteran C3 means that we have the Blitzkrieg ability. We don't actually get better at taking on targets, which is kind of annoying. You'd think that that would be the case. Flare doesn't cost anything, so let's just keep throwing them out there to make sure that we can see everything. There is a T-34 sat back there, so we will have to deal with that at some point. But right now, it's worth taking these guys out so our own grenadiers can come in and deal with the situation. If I was going to be serious about it, I'm guessing one transport will be over here, and then one transport probably back here somewhere. Maybe near this T-34, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Pushing forward, because it's only two guys left, and, well, there's only one anti-tank rifle. There we go, one is pushing back. The grenadiers aren't pushing forward yet, so there's probably more in this area. Probably this T-34 that we have to hit. That's a hell of a shot. On the move, with the 88 being able to hit this T-34. Let's get a flare out so we can see it and he can't see us, giving us the element of surprise. Looks like some guard rifle are running away. No idea why. Maybe for a counterattack or something like that. But this T-34 has pretty much one shot left in it before it's dead. And there we go. So there we go. Grenadiers will secure. Oh, okay. There's just random guys over there. So that's one of the other transports. Let's go deal with that. When it comes to our health is pretty good. And these guys may actually run into the South Road lads. Yeah, they are, which is not good. But there's not a lot we can do about that. All I want them to do is to get to the location. I don't know if we get more grenadiers if they are sent in. Like, if some of them get taken out. There's some more mines. Let's just take out the transport real quick. And that means that they run away. Right, let's get a flare in, just so we can see what's going on. So we have one group, two group, and two mortars once again. So very similar to the other side. Let's just hit these guys hard. We've got to watch out for the mortars. I mean, the best thing to do is to pop smoke and then just go. Combine the two abilities and run forward. There we go. Hello. Lovely to meet you. How are you doing? Right, that's one mortar down. There's only one guy left. He should retreat eventually. Now this only has two guys. Looks like they can actually fire it with one guy, which is kind of surprising, but he should be dead pretty soon. There we go. And let's just focus on these. Turn around as well, so the anti-tank rifle isn't doing as much to us. And it looks like they still haven't taken the center bit, which is kind of annoying. But they are taking it now. Looks like they're engaged in some kind of combat. The machine gunner is trying really hard to take that out. But there we go. The positions have been completed. I don't know where the last transport truck is. But it looks like they are going to maybe counterattack, something like that. Alright, we need to take this guy out so we can repair. I want to be on full health before we get attacked. So there we go. Come on. There we go. Let's get the repair going. So I don't know where we're going to get counterattack from. Probably the center, since there's literally nobody there. But even if we lose a few of these sectors, I'm guessing that we still should be okay. Soviet counterattack. Let's find out. Enemies have been revealed. Okay, so there's over here. Let's just throw. Oh, hello. What's that? So we have a T-34 and also what looks like a scout vehicle. So the scout vehicle we can two-shot, or very nearly one shot, as you can see. Looks like we have some guys from the center as well, so we need to turn quickly. There we go. Turn the turrets. Scout vehicle is out. Let's put our armor first. It looks like this T-34's been hit. We do have some other guys over here, so they're counter-attacking from both sides. I feel like taking out stuff like this is probably more important. We can't actually hit this guy because he's too close. Okay, they have a KV-2, so damaged engine on him, right? So let's beeline to here, since it seems like this is where all of these guys are coming. KV-2 is from the center as well, so let's just blitzkrieg it. Let's get there as soon as possible. Look how quick it is, holy crap. Move on, Jimmy. Right, so this is the mortar. It should die pretty quickly. Somehow the mortar itself just absorbed an AC-8. I'm not going to say anything about that. These guys are running. It's pretty much, we take out the KV-2, we should win this. Good hit. That's a great hit through the front. Hopefully we can get another one. The KV-2 hasn't even turned around yet. We bounced the second shot, but he is trying to go straight past us, which I'm fine with, because it pretty much means that we get a lovely shot at its booty. Did take a hit, but only about 10% of our health is gone, and there we go, that's that taken out. Let's take out the scout car as well, just for good measure. Don't think it counts as a tank, but it will kill a lot of our guys pushing forward. We have another T-34 in the area. It seems to already be damaged, probably from another offensive or defensive. But we can just meet it head on since we have the superiority of knowing exactly where he is. He has no infantry support, so we shouldn't be able to see our vehicles. Good hits, meaning that he will only get one shot off before he's dead. Beautiful. I'm just going to check over here for the last transport. I feel like that's where it would be. So I'm just going to motor over there quickly. I can always use blitzkrieg tactics if I require to. Looks like there's a guy going through the minefield. I'm just going to check here. Maybe I can just flare it up, and then we can turn around and go over here. Oh, he's not there, surprising. I mean, we had one on the left side, we had one on the right side. It's very weird not having one on the other side. There was a tank over here, but I have no idea where it is. Also, at the same time, I know this area is mined, or at least part of it is. Where is the mined area? It's here. Yeah, so we've got to watch out for that. But moving... Oh, hello. Looks like he ran straight into us. A lot of these T-34s are 1 or 2 shots. Heavy tanks are inbound. We'll stay in the center because we don't know where they're going to come from. Looks like they're doing a recon flight, or was that bombs? It could have been bombs. It looks like it wasn't bombs, but the way it was sorting itself, it did look like bombs. Right, the other transport is over here, so let's go deal with it. At the same time, there's another KV-2. That's fine. If it's going towards the center, the issue is if there's a ton of like KV-2s which just turn up at the same time. And it looks like that's exactly what's happening. We're going to get 3 KV-2s. Now I just need to get past this KV-2. There we go. Grenadiers should do their job. We're just going to take out the transport just to have some... Oh, I'm buttoned. God damn it. Right, okay. There we go. Now we need to move back. KV's coming and hunting me. Right, let's do smoke quickly just to get out of there. Try and get the machine gun shooting quickly. There we go. Reposition to a better position. How have we not taken out that mortar? Right, there we go. So we're in a better position now, meaning that we can take on a lot of this infantry. The KVs are definitely going to be a little bit touchy, but we can just run away again. Blitzkrieg tactics is nearly up. Oh my, okay, so that was just a whole squad that got nailed. Let's just reverse a little bit so we can shoot this KV that just fired. We bounced, which is not good. Maybe we don't bounce this shot. We bounced that shot. We shot it in the turret. Generally quite a bad idea. better, but we need to keep repositioning. Just to try and get them to miss. Shoot this guy. Reposition. There we go. Shoot again. We have the reload on them, but they have the advantage of armored. So I mean, we're bouncing quite a lot off them. We're also running into a... Well, let's try and take that one out. That's a good hit. Let's run away to this position over here. The reason we're doing this is so we can heal. There we go. Now, this should be far enough. One of them is heavily damaged, the other two are not too damaged, but they are showing their behinds to us, so taking them out shouldn't be too hard. Infantry-wise, we've taken out a lot of them, but I feel like there's still some left. And that means that they could spot us before we see that. This guy has actually got no gun, so we did do sufficient damage to him to basically knock him out of the fight. So using him as kind of a recon vehicle, which seems to be what they're doing, might not be a terrible idea. We also bounced off it because howdy-doody. Let's... come on. Oh my god, we bounced off him twice? Is this a joke? How about now? There we go. Now we get hit by another one there, so we do need to get around the side of it. I don't think we bounced there, but we didn't do enough damage. He's hit us again. We need to get out of this position. I think the other one might have hit us. It seems quite far away though. Very nice. So let's push forward this way. Let's use the good old blitzkrieg. Nice. Right, let's get around it. Get that engine roaring. Shoot it in the bottom. Which should do the most damage to it. Nice. So now we just need one more hit into the side. And beautiful. So that's 8 out of 8 Soviet tanks dealt with. Whew. By the end, it was a little bit harder than expected, but it still went well.
The Wehrmacht broke the Soviet defenders and opened the road to Stalingrad.
Hell yeah, we did.
At the end of the war, the Tiger would sow fear among Germany's enemies.
I mean, we were able to pretty much destroy a whole battalion of tanks there. I would say that was a pretty good thing that happened, at least in our favor. It was only on conscript though. I feel like doing that on a harder difficulty would be quite tough, especially by the end there, when you have the 4 KV2s supported by a hell of a lot of infantry and also a lot of mortars. So maybe that would be, yeah, I can actually see that being really hard. You're going to have to reposition a lot, you're going to have to do a lot of repairs while the enemy is stalking you, but you still should be able to do it as long as you take only safe fights and try and make sure that you don't just get bogged down facing 4 or 5 tanks. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.